We're back. So, I was just thinking about all this stuff that I've done that's like so risque, you know, driving under the influence. You know, I haven't really done that with alcohol because I'm a homebody. So, you know, anytime that I got drunk, I mainly chilled at the crib. But, this one time though, like, there were like only three times that I've ever driven intoxicated, and I really wasn't that intoxicated. I mean, I didn't black out or anything, you know, I remember all of it. And, you know, I've heard this before, like, when you get behind the wheel, you instantly sober up. And, like, I agree with that to some extent. I think that is a little bit true. I mean, I can attest to that. You know, I relapsed. I had, like, almost 3 years of sobriety, and I relapsed, and I went to this bar, and, like, I got pulled over about 10 minutes after I left the bar. And what's funny is that I knew that my breath smelled like alcohol, and I knew that my car smelled like weed. And so I instantly lit a cigarette and chewed a piece of gum. And what was so crazy is that I was so paranoid because I was driving, and you know, it had been like 3 years since I had a drink. And I was driving, and I got pulled over, and I was going the complete opposite direction of where I said I was going. And the cop, like, didn't even catch that because, you know, cops really aren't that smart. And I didn't get in trouble or anything. That's God's grace, baby. But I think it's also because I'm just good with police. But, yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I really wasn't drunk or anything, though. I think it's just, like, because I hadn't drank in so long, so it was, like, nerve-wracking drinking. I'm not the kind of person that goes to a fucking bar. Like, I've never been like that. I went to this one bar that was, like, really close to my high school. I went there, like, every day for a month just to experience life as a barfly, you know? It was terrible. It's, like, it's always the same people doing karaoke, thinking that they're the most important people in the world. It's actually just depressing. But, you know, I really enjoy doing karaoke, though. I really enjoy being there. You know, I feel vicariously drunk when I do karaoke, and I have such a great time. Such a great time. And people always tell me that I'm a natural performer. But, yeah. It's because of all the shit we internalize, man. The more you internalize, the more opportunity you have to be a really interesting, enlightened individual that thinks for yourself and does whatever the fuck you want. You know? The more that you go along with the world, and this world just tells you to react. This world tells you to just externalize and just lash out at people, you know? Borderline personality to a T, man. Everybody has borderline personality now, I swear. They do. Because they're trained to. They're trained to play victim, point the finger, and never take any responsibility for anything. Lure people in just to push them away. Like, that's what this is all about. And I can't really get offended when people, you know, they say that they love my shit and then can't handle my shit. You're such a pansy, dude. Anyway, I mean, I know you're not there anymore, but it's fine. It's fine. Because, like, the non-sheep will laugh at that because they'll be like, ha ha, I'm not one of those piece of shit sheep. Fucking A. No, you're not. You're awesome. You're awesome and you know it because you have self-awareness and you internalize things and you don't just lash out at people all because that's easy and convenient to do. Congratulations. I would buy you a drink if I were there with you. Or I'd just buy you a bottle because you deserve it. Or a pack of cigarettes. Or whatever you do. Whatever you do. If you drink tea, I'll buy you some tea. Anyway. Coffee, man. Coffee's the shit. I love coffee. I just have to make sure to eat. Like, just because I drink coffee doesn't mean that I don't eat. And I've been feeling so good today. That's because I had a meltdown last night. But no, I mean, just seeing myself in the mirror, just bones protruding. It's like it's starting to affect my breasticles. And my breasts are so perfect that, like, if my, like, not eating is affecting the way that my tits look,
I'm going to be very upset. Like, but I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, my boobies. And then I was thinking, man, like, if I were to have a husband, why would I? But if I were, you know, how the fuck am I going to feed him when I can't even feed myself? You know? Just food for thought, right? I need food, real food. I have enough thoughts that I eat all the time. And feelings, you know, people say they eat their feelings. Well, I actually literally eat my feelings, you know, like I cry so much and, you know, I'm on the World Watchers diet and that just makes me like not want to eat anything. So, you know, when you know what's going on in the world, it's just hard to be enthused about food. But it's like, you know, I don't want to like not take care of myself all because the world isn't taking care of itself. You know, you got to be a good example. And so I'm always trying to look for like, what am I screwing up? What am I doing wrong? How are my, you know, negative attributes manifesting themselves in ways that I'm not even aware of, you know, like, because addiction, you know, if I have the proclivity to get addicted to things and do things compulsively, it's like, that's going to manifest itself in some other way. So just because I quit one thing, and this is a problem specifically with 12-step programs, is that, you know, you quit one thing and you think, yay, I'm sober, I'm clean, or whatever the fuck, and then you do all this other shit, you know? It's like, there's no point in getting sober if you're still going to be, you know, drinking in some other way. My God, I can't even tell y'all. I used to work at the Goodwill. My paychecks went right back into that store. And I remember getting a rush. I would have this whole pile of shit. I used to hide it in the maternity section because nobody checks the maternity section. I would hide all this stuff and then I would buy it. I would splurge on it. Immediately after I get my check cashed, I would go back to the store and buy all this stuff. I remember spending like over $200 on a half off sale because that's how much money I spend at these stores, man. But if you checked out my house, you know, I got some pretty cool shit because I'm a patient person that appreciates things. But yeah, man, I just got to take care of myself. It's vitally important that I do that. And the devil will try to get to me in any way he can, and the easiest thing for him to do is convince me to make another pot of coffee.